I say Hampton is in the house.
Okay, first off, I would like to tell everyone thank you for coming out today. My family and I did a lot to make sure that everyone could be here and that you all could enjoy this day with me. So I thank you for coming out. And if you all didn't know, my graduation was on Mother's Day. So my day was dedicated, Mother's Day was dedicated to me instead of to all the mothers in my family. So my mother, both of my grandmothers, and even my godmother. Where's my godmother? Where is April?
April's frying fish.
Mommy!
Where is Lauren?
Right, no, Lauren. Wait, where did Lauren just go?
What's finding that people together?
They were just here. Daddy.
Stay together.
Get Lauren. There's Lauren and April. Okay.
Stop it.
Okay, so I'll start with my grandma. Right there. Oh, come on.
You got something around the bottom.
Yeah, okay. Grandma?
Grandma.
Hey, guy, Jackson, let that go. Jackson, let that go.
Grandma, thank you for all that you've done and putting forth all the time. The guidance.
Don't start crying.
I'm trying not to. And everything that you've done for me. I really appreciate you and Grandpa Willie. And I thank you for giving your day to me.
Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray!
Everything next.
Please don't cry.
You are the epitome of what a godmother should be. You have definitely done
So special.
everything for me. Thank you for coming and cooking this catfish. You and my Art. I know. No, yes you did. You and Art. You guys did it together. So thank you. Thank you for always checking in on me. Thank you for always making sure I'm taken care of. Thank you for being my dog.
Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray!
All right, come on, Lauren.
There he goes. We get a flower, girl.
Did you say speech? Yeah, she said speech. Okay. Well, to my sister, your Mother's Day was also dedicated to me, and even though Leilani gave you a flower and told you to water it, I also want to give you this flower because you're always there to guide me and make sure that I'm okay. I appreciate you for being the sister that you are and for never giving up on me and always telling me how much that you believe in me. And we always push each other to make our dreams happen. Be quiet. We always push each other so we can make our dreams happen, and that's never going to stop. This morning was a good opportunity for you, and I'm glad that you were able to go, but that's one of many. So I love you. Thank you. Come on, Snoodle. Okay. All right.
Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hooray!
All right, we got some hips going on over there.
My nanny, my father's mother is not here yet. They will be here soon, but I will also say something for her when she.
Take your time.
Mommy.
I have to keep this short and sweet because everybody knows I will fall crying, boo-hoo crying. But my mother's 50th birthday was the Friday before my graduation. And although she and my daddy went out and had their fun, I don't think she was able to celebrate it the way that we all wish that she could have, because this entire weekend, these past 2 weeks, these past couple of months have been dedicated to me. And I thank you and my father for doing whatever needed to be done I was never allowed to ask a question. Whatever had to be done, you guys made sure that it was done. Anything that needed to be done for your 2 kids and your granddaughter was done. And I thank you guys for all the opportunities that you have given my sister and I. I thank you for the love and the guidance and everything that you have given us. And there's so much more that I could say, but I can't. I love you.
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
If I could, I want to say one thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Lastly, to my entire family, you know, they always say it takes a village to raise a child, but you really don't understand the importance of that statement until the older you become. Everybody who's here, and even some who are not, you all have helped my parents in raising me and giving them advice, or just giving them a hug or a kiss. I thank you for all that you've done for me. I thank you for supporting me and giving my parents kind words, giving me kind words. No words can ever express how much I appreciate my family. That's the number one thing to me, next to God. That's the number one thing to me. I really appreciate my family, and there is nothing like family. Nobody will ever have your back like family. I love every single one of you.
Hip, 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 hip. Hip, hip, hooray!
If I could, actually my daughter has said part of what I want to share with you. There is a fallacy that there are no more good people. There's a fallacy that there is not good friends or good community. And it's not true. 27 years ago when my wife and I met, although a lot of folks laughed at us, we made a commitment to one another, although we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't.
Hey, you did. I knew what I was doing. He didn't know.
She read my manual. But we made a commitment that we were going to raise a strong black family. Now, what that consisted of, we knew education was a part of it. And it is remarkable that we've not done everything right. But today is a very big day that I can stand here with pride and say that everyone in my house has their education. And it's important to us. This would not be possible without people that started out with us from day one. Damian Fisher, who's not here, helped me stalk Lori, and I went to Peachtree Center Mall, and I sat out in the lobby, and I was trying to watch Lori to see if she was cheating on me, to see any information I could to get out of her. There was a family, my roommate, Floyd McRae, who got married shortly after us, 5 years after we did, and we started on a journey to raise a family together, and wasn't many of us out there. But through the guidance of my parents, my in-laws, St. Paul's, although at the time I came in there with a chip on my shoulder, you guys have helped us get to where we are. And I'm going to say to my friends, I can tell you today that I speak from everything up to the past 5 years have been very, very easy for me. I followed a map, and my parents are not here, but I followed a map that was given to me by my parents. My father showed us how to love a black woman. And my brother told me that I had set a standard that really all I was doing was emulating what I learned from my dad, and I hope that I'm a good standard and a good teacher for my brother Corey. But our goal was to simply learn how to love and pass that love down for generations, and I hope that I've taught my daughters how to receive love and what love looks like, smells like, looks like. But I said to you a minute ago that the past 5 years have been very, very easy for me. Prior to the past 5 years. The past 5 years have been by far the most difficult. And my closest friends understand where I'm coming from. I'm self-employed. When it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it is absolutely bad. But I've said before, and I want to say again, I give a tribute to my wife. My wife has been steadfast. She's a little different. But she has been by my side every step of the way. And I want to say to you that through your own pains, I think you become a little philosophical about some things, but I don't believe that if you're not really trying, you're not really feeling pain. And without pain, you're not really trying. And so if you're in a comfort zone, I want you to get out of it. And I'm going to say to my friends, if you're feeling pain, don't give up. There's certain sayings that have a totally different meaning to me today than they ever did before. No pain, no gain. It takes money to make money. You must surround yourself with a community of people that speak the same language as you.
Amen.
I'm gonna repeat that part. You must surround yourself with a community of people that can speak the same language, meaning that they are walking the same path as you are. Now, the weight of your pain may vary, and your happiness may vary versus another, but there's a commonality of what you're experiencing. And just because you're feeling pain is not an excuse to give up. Nothing that is worthwhile is pain-free. And so I ask you, if you're not involved in your church, get involved. If you're not surrounding yourself with friends that have common goals, get rid of the ones that are not alike and associate yourself with those that are alike. I want you to remember that if you want to know who you are and who you are not, look at your children. They are a reflection of you. You cannot ask, I don't know where they get that from. Yeah, you do.
But you might as well come. You carrying it home, brother.
But I do. I want to stress to you that what Lori and I have accomplished, although we're very proud of it, has not been easy. Although our 25 years, majority of them have been tremendous years. But there's been some dark days too. But the one thing I am a strong believer in, that love does prevail. And we do truly love each other. I said, if you go back, and Melissa has it on DVD, if you want it, we can go back and look at it again. But on our 20th anniversary, I said to you, if you're struggling in your marriage, if you're struggling in any facet of your life, I want you to go back and I want you to look at why you began that venture in the first place. What tickled your fancy about that person? What was it about that goal that was important to you? See, now I'm about to really get on, because see, most goals.
Preach.
I'm gonna bring it home for you, and I'm gonna let you go. If you want another drink, let me know. We'll get it to you. We'll pass it around. Look, most goals are not achieved because they really are lofty, and that's because they're meaningful. But we lose our way because we're not understanding what it takes in order to get there. And so you're starting on the path, and then you feel a little pain, and you're lost. You don't know where you are. It really is important to write your goals down so that when you get wayward, you can always go back and look at where was it that I was going? What was it that I needed to accomplish? And you'll really realize that you've accomplished more than what you've realized.
Right.
But you're really at a point where it requires an ultimate sacrifice to achieve what it is that you want. Whether it's education, whether it is a job, whether it is a marriage. This is our community. And I thank every single one of you, to the McRaes, to the Irwins, to the Henrys, to the Scotts, to the Fishers, to my mother-in-law, to Baby and Uncle John, my parents who just walked up on cue. That's my roadmap. I understand where I am because I continuously keep my eye on my parents, and that is where I want to be. And so I want to thank every single one of you for your support. And although it's not over, We ask that you continue to walk with us, and in return, we walk with you. And the last thing I will say to you is put your pride aside, get your mouth open, and talk to someone. Because we all understand each other's pains. Either someone can tell you how they got through it, someone can tell you how they're about to deal with it, or you can educate someone that's about to walk through it. That's all that I ask. We love you, as my daughter said. We appreciate you, and we ask that you continue to remain in our lives, and we thank everyone.
Amen.
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Okay, this is the last thing, but my nanny and my papi are here.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, Nanny. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Fashion. Okay. As I said earlier, I'll reiterate this. Mother's Day was on my graduation, and you guys dedicated that day to me. I know I'm trying. You guys dedicated that day to me, so I wanted to give you this rose today. And thank you and appreciation. Yes. For all that you, my honey, have done for me, because y'all don't have to put up with us. But y'all put up with our craziness, and I thank you for being there to give us words of encouragement, to push our butts and get us where we need to be, and tell us that, you know, we'll get over the hurdle, we'll get through the storm. And thank you for loving my sister and I, my parents, unconditionally, and showing us what love is. Thank you, darling.
All right. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!